Alright, I have made it another week. This is officially week 2. We are 2 for 2. Okay. And as I promised, it will be better than last week. So let me get on with my goals. So let me cross my legs first because I can't sit normal in a chair. Okay, so it is to finish the Headless Horseman by the end of the month. I should hopefully have pictures up of the one that I took on December 29th. And then the one that I just took. So I will finish it before the end of the month. And I've got a friend's birthday at the end of the month, and he wants a big, I'm gonna say it's 20 by 30 of a tiger, and he's gonna get that for belated birthday present because 20 by 30 is ridiculous. Anyway, and I don't want to stop all of my progress and start a new one because I use these things, and I only have a limited quantity of them, so they don't get lost, they don't get mixed up. And yeah, I need to finish one thing before I start another thing, at least with diamond dots. Because, boy, it's not true of all of my projects. Anyway, I took out this week's stuff. So I'm gonna set that down here. Last week really didn't look that good, so hopefully I can make this week a little bit better. I cannot see if I am in the thing correctly. I need to put, like, washi tape down. Okay. This could be over a little bit more. The light is what it is. Okay. I've got that. So yeah. Not a whole lot going on, and that's the thing. I don't have a whole lot going on in my life. I really don't. Do the thing of when I work. I usually have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off, which is going to make for a really fun, at least this week, because Tuesday and Wednesday are whenever I'm going to do all of this, whenever I'm going to be doing my planner, you know, my plannering and my cards and stuff. So like right now it's Sunday. This goes, so it's the 4th right now, and I will post this then, and on Tuesday I'll be doing one for next week. Hopefully, or at least the idea is that I continue with that so that the what I have to say, I guess, the events are current. So whenever I do stuff for this, I will find things to say. Don't worry about that. I will find things to say. However, I don't know how relevant they're going to be. It doesn't matter anyway. I will find things to say. Don't worry about it. Okay. So the blue highlighted thing is whenever I work. I really... it was another thing where I realized what day it was and went, oh crap, I didn't think about stamps. I didn't think about anything because, you know, I've been working. So, because I didn't really think about anything, that's just kind of how that works. So, let me do this. So, just being not a kid, I have a lot of stuff. Like, I don't, there is work that I get paid for, days that I work that I get paid, days that I work that I don't get paid. It is what it is. So, with this, thankfully, the monster goes back to school on the 6th, so I will also have proper amount of time to get stuff done. And So what I want to do, and I might be absolutely just, you know, killing myself at this point. Hold on, I gotta take off my hoodie thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. So, and I have lines on my arms now because of it. Anyway, so the thought that I have, for days that I work late, that the monster has school, I plan the idea. The idea is to exercise. Now, it's not going to be like a whole lot because I haven't exercised in quite some time. So, what I'd like to do, what the idea is I have a game, and it's quite old now. I think it can't, hold on, because I need to now look to see when it came out. I can't even remember what it's called, which is horrible. There it is. Oh, and if I could actually do the thing. Okay, so its name is Ring Fit Adventure, and it came out in, come on now, when did it go and do the thing? Years ago. Where is? Where is? I think it'll tell me on this website. No, I don't want to see a close-up of it. I want to see when it came out. It doesn't tell me. That's ridiculous. Why? Anyway, it came out around the same time as Plague, so about 2020, and I've used it on and off. I also use Fitness Boxing 2, and that's pretty good as well. What I'd like to do is die a little inside. I'm gonna set it up to run one or two, at least complete a mile. We're not running. So whether it has a ring that you use, and then you put the Joy-Con on your leg with a strap, and it goes with your legs. So I would like to absolutely die and complete a mile so that I can get the time and see how long that it takes me. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I also need to do shopping on that day. So let's switch up. We'll do red because it's YouTube. Playing with me. And I don't like writing like that as a highlighter. That is pink. Red. Does this actually work? I love these, by the way. So this is like a fake, what's your thingy? Like one of those really cool old-timey nibs, and I love it. And I had them forever ago, and then I found them again, and I have used a lot of it. Like, there's not a whole lot of purple left in there. That's how much that I've used. And then lunch card. And it even does the squeaky thing, which is great. Because I am left-handed, I do not do calligraphy or anything like that. That is about as nice as I write, unless I'm writing in cursive. And even then, it's still really sloppy. I do enjoy actual writing, though. I think that it helps out a lot, which is why I have my passion planner up there that I write in close to every day. There are some times when it doesn't happen. Anyway, the stamps that I have. So I have Superstar. And I really do like these mice. They're adorable. And Whoosh Kites. That's what it's called. Just Whoosh Kites. It's just right there. I do enjoy these. They are adorable. I like the mouse and the telescope. I went through everything else. It was like kaleidoscope, microscope. Oh, stethoscope. No, it's a telescope. Oh my god. And then I like those ones. Okay, so how am I going to do this? I really like the idea of them doing stuff kind of while the sun's setting. So what I'm going to do, and that's the other thing too, I don't really want to make this like really dark. Hello. Do I want to put this up a little bit? I'm trying to think if I want to do anything, like I guess that I could do some sort of gradient or something. But that's the other thing too, is that I'm still really not used to doing any blending or anything like that. Also with this is just easier for me to tilt it and use it this way. I'm doing it in a circular motion. Circular? Jesus. Please make sure, friends and neighbors, to washi your stencils. Okay. Damn it. Right, there we go. But anyway, while I'm also doing in a circular motion, I'm also kind of like back and forth just to make sure that it all gets in there. It's kind of like brushing an animal's teeth. Alright. Got that. That looks good. I'm going to set this over here. Put that over there. Do I want... I think maybe I want something else other than flat. Hold that thought. So, I have this. This is a 6x6 cake stencil. Like a cake stencil holder. And I have a lot of stencils that are really dirty. Aha. Do I want that one? I really don't want that one. I want one of these. I want this one. I want that one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So, let's see. I'm not really watching any TV shows lately. I have been watching Landman, which is kind of cool. I am not a fan of Tyler Sheridan in any way. I think he is a really, like, self-centered prick, which, hey, good for him. He has the money to be that. I had seen him in... What was it? In Yellowstone. And, it just... Why would, like, there's no amount of money that would be like, where I would be okay with that. So I guess good for me, but also, you know, no. I don't, God, I just don't like it. And I don't like him only because he's super arrogant. But the stuff that he puts out is nice. Like, I'm good with the shows. And I realize that he, you know, he does the thing in order to have the horse habit, and that's cool. At least you know that he treats his animals well, which is fantastic and good for him, but that still doesn't make him an attractive human. Okay. Gonna use this. And now we're gonna set up the stuff. Now I realize the problem with this is that I'm gonna set this here, and the mouse is going to be completely in the grass. I'm okay with that. I think maybe I'll do this so they're a little bit far away. Black out. Alright, so as I said, the monster is going back to school on Tuesday after 3 weeks off, which is ridiculous. But hey, it'll, you know, it'll be good for her. She had fun. We got to go and do stuff. We had a late Christmas yesterday, and that was good. It was funny because I worked. There was no reason for me to not work. And my stepsister came by because we all did this at my house. It's just easier to do it over here. And it was funny because she was like, "You said that you weren't going to work today." I'm like, "You got here after I got home, so what does it matter?" So, yeah. She was trying to be nice and make sure that it was kind of around me and make sure that, you know, it was okay. And it wasn't a problem. I just thought that it was funny that, you know, if nothing's happening until 6, of course I'm going to go to work until 5:30. That's just how that works. Alright, and then I'm going to do some of these. So I have a really horrible and funny story to share. Probably during one of the cards that deals with kites. And I think that I've said it before the last time that I used these. But I will tell you again because I think it's hilarious. But I won't say it now. So you're going to have to tune in to one of my other cards. Do this. And there is a long line in here. And I like this because you can literally bend it to however you want. So this is the fun part, is that you can pretty much bend it however you want. The only reason why I'm bending it like I am is because this is the wrong way. Is so that I don't have to like play the erase game. Yep, that works. Okay, and don't drop the block. Ta-da! That was awesome. That will never happen again. All right. That's good. I think I'm gonna have this little mouse here. Oop. Okay. Now we get to do the lovely, sorry, that was loud. We get to do the lovely thing of putting the mask over this. So as you can see with, what was it, whenever I was working on my cards, I did masking. And that is pretty much putting a sticky post-it note over all of your things as best as you can. I'm not going to do anything about the bows. The bows will be fine. And also not, yeah, that is the worst part about like little things like that, is that they could break off. Which it's fine. I have lots of post-it notes. I'm not too worried about it. Okay. I'm gonna say nope. This one maybe? Nope. Uniform stars, guys. Uniform stars. That's not it either. You know what? That's good enough. Okay. And one more. All right. So I have to move a whole box of stamps and dies. I don't have any more room for stamps and dies, which is absolutely no good. All right. Okay. Okey-dokey. I don't have a whole lot of room for a lot of stuff. All right. I will. Let me cover this back up. Okay. I do have all of these labeled. I realize I'm just going to take this out, but put this back in here. And then I have two boxes that are completely filled. What else do I want? Purple. What else do I have over here? Would be nice if I like did the thing and had them up. Do I want to do two different things of purple? Yeah. So that's the other thing too, is that if you are confused about how to like do skies and stuff like that, go outside. Or if it's too cold outside right now, which I totally get, not a problem. Like, I don't know, maybe you could, I mean, look online, do something like that. There's a lot of different ways to do this. So, how I've seen is, you know how you have, like, the, What do I do with the grass? Okay. I don't want to really get the grass all gross either. But you know how you have the thing with the stuff at the place with the people? How you have the sky is like a blue color and then the clouds are a completely different color. That's kind of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna line this up as best as I can and tape the crap out of it. As best as I can. Okay. Cool. Alright, so I don't want to do this too heavy. Okay. And that's the reason why I don't want to do it too heavy, because you can literally see the swirls. Now, with some cardstock, I mean, now it looks more patchy, which is good. But with some cardstock, it actually, like, smooshes in and blends really well. So I like that. Where is my other grass? Oh no. Uh-huh. Okay. So I like the fact that the bottom is what you put on there, and then the top is what covers it. I'm gonna tape the bunches out of this too. Find the appropriate word. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit. And come on. Okay. And I will do the same thing over here. I would like to unstick that. All right. So whenever you're doing this too, please be careful with sticking your finger right on top of the ink right after you do it, because you will put a ink or put a thumbprint on there or any sort of fingerprint. I've done that with enough of my my cards, which has been fun. All right, and that goes back on there. Now I'm going to put that back over here and grab out the purple and then use this. I wish that I had a nice fuchsia, like a pinky purple. That would be really good too. And I want to do it that way. No, I'll do it this way. That is the other thing, is that there are so many different ways that you can do this. You see how purple that is? Oh my god. So I think I'm going to put this further down here. Do it like this, and then I will get the other purple as well. Because that is very purple. Yeah. But I like it, and it works. Fill it in so there's not a whole lot of the line difference, but you can still see like clouds and stuff. Okay, and this one, like this. So all I'm doing is just making littler circles. Trying to get that above that stencil, or above that little mark right there. Oh, that really did it. Okay, and then I'll do it down here. So there's going to be a whole lot of color, and I like the fact that there's a lot of color. Yeah. You might think that's a lot of color. I think it looks cool. And it is my planner, so I'm good with it. Put that back on. I do also try to put my stuff back. Okay, then we will undo this. However, I don't clean my stuff, so, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so these will go right there for now, and I get to unpeel these. Now, as you can see, not a whole lot has happened, so I am able to color them how I choose. Oh, I gotta take this one out too. And yeah, well, I do realize that, like, that's a little messy. But again, it's okay. I haven't done this in a very long time. Like a year. For some people, that's a long time. Think about people that draw, that set it down for a year, and then they're trying to work on it again. Just don't think about that too hard, because, oh boy. Okay, so... hold on a second. I think I have... okay. Let's go this way. I don't think I have any metallics in here. I wish I did, though. I know I have metallics somewhere. I just don't know where they're at. I'll go for this. I do very much like this pencil sharpener. It does make me happy. I have an automatic one, like one that you just stick it in and it goes, but it's loud and it needs to be sharpened. Like the razor's pretty much done on it. Okay, color will I make the mouse? Do this color. We could do like a whole family so they're the same color. So if I had to come up with a story for these mice, what is, okay, you figure that everybody kind of has their own thing that they do, and this one could just want to look at the stars, especially since they're out, and everybody kind of wanted to do it as a family. So they're all out, they're all having fun. They're doing their own thing. Nobody's picking on this mouse for, you know, wanting to go and look at the stars. Where's my pink? There it is. Make sure everybody has pink ears and pink noses. Okay. And we'll do this one. That is really red. Indian red. Yep. I do not like that red. Alright. This one. And then the other mouse will have the same color as the baby mouse. And I assume that, like, this is about the same as going and reading a book. Not the same as playing on your phone the whole time. But yeah, definitely like going out and reading a book. And I was one of those kids that did that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm almost 40 and I'm still one of those kids that do that. If I am bored at a place and everybody's on their phone, I have my phone out too, but I'm reading. Granted, what I'm reading is not very restaurant appropriate, but it's not like I'm reading it out loud. So they're all kind of, I can tell you what it's about. So they're all kind of cute little, cute stories. And of course it's a series because I think that the author is, is an indie author. So published it herself. But they're basically adult themed Beauty and the Beast whenever the Beast was still a beast. So take that as you will. So why would I read something like that? Because I enjoy stories where the human falls in love with something that looks not bad, but with something that looks non-conventionally attractive. And I've always liked that. I prefer brain and other things over looks, because looks fade, and I have known that at an early age. And that's the thing too, is that you have to ask yourself whenever you start falling for somebody, am I going to love this person if they get in a car wreck and are like absolutely scarred? Like, am I just involved with like their looks, or is it, you know, Is it something else? Is it their brain? Is it the way that they do stuff? So yeah, I do very much like the series. Okay, that is what I have. I really don't have anything for up here. Only because I am pretty much, like, while I only work 6 hours, I mean, I'm there for like 7 most of the time. So I am sleeping. Like, whenever Ember goes to school, I am dropping her off at the bus stop, coming home. I might sleep depending on what time it is, or I might stay up, and then I'm going to work. I don't have, sorry, and because I'm working later at night, Ember's dad comes home before I do, so I'm not the one who's making dinner. I shouldn't be the one who's making dinner. I don't know what's for dinner a lot of the time. We'll go with that. So, I just don't. I'm not going to write it down and then just make it up as I go. Anyway, this is it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Can you actually see it? That's the other question. That would be really shitty if I would turn it off and you can't see it because it's like all the way down there. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you on Wednesday for the lunch card, and maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 of them since I'll be able to, actually have time to do it. So I will see you then.